Good evening, world.
Hey, family. No.
Yeah, you could plug it in this thing. How you guys doing? Thank you for joining us. For those who are here already, we're just gonna give it a few more seconds to let the audience build up. If you are here already, don't be shy. Go ahead and share the live as we are getting ready to get this thing started. Thank you for always being here. Another Wednesday. We podcast on Wednesdays.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. It's one of those days we look forward to. And as you're coming in, don't say hello so we know that you guys are here and that you can hear us. All right? Don't be shy.
Sorry about our tardiness tonight, guys. Um,
Life was lifing.
Life was definitely lifing. You saw you said?
What? Shut up, Pat.
Oh gosh.
Welcome, Pat. How we coming across, bro? How we sounding? We sound good? Sound check. Talk back to us so we know we are coming across clearly, clearer,
Clearly.
clearly.
And let us know where you're watching from.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
We're not going to belabor this introduction for too long. We awesome. Pat said we sound good.
All right, good.
But yeah, once again, we just want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. Uh,
We're tired. It's been a
but at the
long week.
same time, we felt like we needed to come and just kind of decompress. Um, Last week's live was pretty intense, um, and we just kind of wanted to share some next steps that we've been trying to implement and just kind of talk it through because I feel like we thanks for joining us while you're at work, Rib. Don't get fired. Um, I feel like as you talk through things, there's so many people that can relate. There's so many people that can identify with the things that you share,
Mhm.
and so I find it so helpful to hear about not just the end result but the journey. And so I feel like that's what we're attempting to do, just kind of bring you along on this journey, not just when we've gotten through it, because we will get through it, right? But not just to share when we've gotten through. We really want to bring you along on the journey as we go through, as we grow through.
Yeah. So, um, N is funny in a way. I don't even know in what way, but my wife is just so funny. The way she's funny with the words. She's really good with the words, and she articulate. No, the way you made it sound in my mind, I'm thinking like, damn, people are probably thinking like, oh, they on the verge of breaking
What are
up.
you saying?
In my mind, that's what I'm hearing.
Is that the way I made it sound?
That's what it sounds to me.
No, not at
Guys, we are not
all.
on the verge of.
Babe, you don't even have to say that. That's not. I don't think anyone interpreted what I said in that way.
I don't know. I hope not.
I was just saying, bro, we're at a space, and we just want to take them on a journey as we go through it. No, it's like, did you guys get some? Thank you.
Okay,
Rudy.
good.
Yeah, like
Just want to make sure. So, guys, we are good. It's just a matter of. I think last week's live was pretty dope because he shows the transparent moment that people go through in a relationship, the relationship journey, both marriage and any type of relationship for that matters. And so, we talked about seasons in relationship and in marriage. We talk about um, um, when you're growing or when your needs change, and so it's good thing for us to talk about it, but experiencing it and going through it and making those adjustments, and in the moment, so we are able to give you guys some real practical things. All right.
That's exactly what I said.
I s-
It's just like I don't know
yes,
how you
yours sounded more morbid.
to you.
Sounded more morbid. But yeah, so we are here tonight. Had a pretty good we had a pretty good week. Last week my wife left me here with three children. After Wednesday, she decided to leave and move out the house. She packed her things. No, I'm playing. She didn't leave the house.
So
She
stupid.
she had to go on a trip to Florida to celebrate her cousin. And so it was a good thing too. We should need to do a lot about how
Why was it a good thing?
because absence make the heart grow fonder, fonder,
Yeah.
fonder, and so it was a good bounce back while she was away. We were able to reconnect
When I got back.
when she got back. So that was a good thing. That was a great thing. So we are here. So I think that could be it. The bounce back.
The bounce back.
Yeah. Where do you go from here? The bounce back. Um, in a relationship journey or a marriage journey, you will have these tough conversations,
Tough moments.
tough moments, defining moments that you're gonna have. They are inevitable.
Stop looking at me. Continue what you were saying.
Um, Stephanie, we might. Uh, we might. But the bounce back is so important. You have to leave the space, the room to have the tough conversations, to create that space where you are able to bring up certain topics. I think one of the things that Ann and I talked about after Get Up the Live was along the line of that. Like,
And if you don't know what we're talking about, we want you to go back and watch our video from
yeah,
last
you
week
have to catch it last week.
where we discussed defining moments
Hmm.
in relationships.
Yeah.
And we were defining certain moments in our relationship and some of the tough things that were kind of navigating.
Yeah.
So go back and watch that after this so it can give you a little bit
Yeah.
more context. Go ahead, babe.
Yeah, it's on our YouTube page. If you're not subscribed, but yet, shame on you. If you are there already right now, and watching us from YouTube, we definitely want to make sure you subscribe and just go back on that very same page. Click on the live videos. It was a very last one. It's not a long watch, and it's the easiest to watch. It's a flowy watch, and it's a helpful watch too. And funny enough, after we got off the live, we got so many different messages, people thanking us for that level of transparency.
And people
Um,
offering advice. Like it was
yeah,
really, really, really beautiful. Thank
yeah,
you so much to all of you who reached out.
yeah. And my eyes were just like it was a lot of allergies in the room. It was kind of dusty,
Because the
so
AC that
that's what
the AC
happened.
that we don't have in here was on.
Yeah, it was, and that's exactly what happened. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Right.
Yes.
Thank you, Ruslan. I hope I'm saying it right. What's up,
Or Ruthie.
Anderson? Thank you, Miranda, for always joining us. Right, and shout out to you guys on Instagram. But anyway, the bounce back. You leave that space to be
So
able to.
after the live, we were talking.
We were talking, and we got a chance to discuss. I think one of the key thing was that we spoke about is creating that space for us to be able to have these conversations and nobody get mad. You might feel some type of way in the moment, but there's a trajectory to listen to what's communicated and to take the necessary steps to make those adjustments.
Yeah.
Right. So
There were certain things that came up during the live that was never really expressed as one on one. And so certain things kind of opened our eyes in the moment. You probably saw some reactions that were a little like put offish because, like, literally in the moment, this is what we're hearing.
yeah.
And so, and that's natural and real reactions. And so after the live, we got to really go deep. Pause. We got to really talk through a lot of the
But
things
it
that
wasn't right away though. I think there were a couple of there was a day or two of avoiding.
no, but wait, I think after like literally we sat here in silence for about 5 to 7 minutes,
Yeah,
maybe even 10, and kind of just really taking it all in. And then we
taking it all
started,
in.
Irvin, stop. And then we started really speaking. But there were a lot of eye openers for me personally. And I'm really grateful that we got to experience that moment with you guys. Um, but I really wanted to talk about like what our since then, right? What have we done? What what are we? I'm sorry, I have something in my eye.
And blow it. Pause.
No, I'm good. Um, since then, what have we done? What do we plan on doing? And how that's going to affect where we are.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, we're growing through this. We're not just going through it, we're growing through it, because we make it a habit, um, that whatever we that this relationship can only succeed. Like we can only go up from anywhere we are
Yeah,
because we are dedicated to just kind of making things work no matter what. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And so I think that's key to all relationships, that you don't just go through something, but that you grow through it. Like what are the lessons that you're learning through what you're going through? How can it make you
yeah.
a better person? And one thing that Irvin said last week that kind of really hit me was, and I don't think he meant it in a way to make me feel bad, but it was pretty eye opening for me, where he said that you think about you a lot. And I was like, oh, you feel that I think about me a lot, which makes me feel like Zim. Like if you feel that way, then I'm making you feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Like I must not be um making you feel like you're included, like you matter, you know? Um whew. And so it didn't hurt me. It just really it struck me to really get me thinking like, okay, maybe I need to approach things differently. um I do, like, I don't think I'm selfish. I just feel like yes, but if I ask you to do something, you should do it for me. But that kind of sounds a little selfish. So that really caused me to really kind of think about how I'm making you
Yeah.
feel.
I think one of the things that we talked about after that conversation was, again, it's not to big myself up because it's gonna come across that way.
Then figure it out and not let it.
It's gonna come across that way, but that's not my intention. I told Anne, remember we were having the conversation about if you were with somebody else, would you be able to express yourself as much as you do? Be able to say the things that you want as much as you do, the things that you need as much as you do? Because as the husband, this is where it's gonna sound like I'm bigging up myself because of the way I treat my wife. She is able to come across and make all these demands. But now it's annoying.
Don't call it demands. They're not demands.
Request.
I like that word better.
I create that space so she's comfortable to express herself and say the things that she needs without
But isn't
feeling.
that what you're supposed to do? Like,
Yeah.
isn't that what all
Not everybody does that.
not everybody does that, but that's
Mm-hmm.
what you're supposed to do, right? So you're doing the right thing. I mean, when the way you say it is like you're going above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? When I feel like that's just
You're
normal
saying,
relationship ethic.
again, going back to our conversation, you're saying that because you're getting that. It's not the norm necessarily for a lot of relationships.
But it should be.
It should be. It should be, but it's not the norm. So I'm great in that particular area that you're able to do that, right?
I'll
But
give you
you,
that.
but you know what's funny though, and again, let's go back to the conversation. You said the thing that you realized that made you feel some type of way, but that was not my intention. That you think about yourself or something like that, right?
Uh-huh.
It's so funny how you even say, I reflect and I realize to a certain degree I do. You just went back to how I feel about it. but not acknowledging whether or not it's the truth.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree. The fact that I even just said that makes you know that this is what something that was on my mind. I think the responses that you want me to give, I don't always give you, and
Uh-huh.
so you automatically assume that it's something else, that it's something that
Right.
it's not.
So now you have a chance to say, yes, there is a part of me. I think that's true. There's a part of it that I could do that. To own it.
Own what though? That I think about myself.
Yeah.
But didn't I just say that though? Didn't I
No,
just
no,
say
you
that,
said
guys?
you talk about how I feel about it. That you made me feel that way. But you didn't
That's what I
say
said. I had to really go and reflect because I really didn't think that I did
but
until you told me
right.
that you do.
But
So I was
now
like,
you have a chance to say, you know what? I do. Sometimes I do.
but I have to think about when I do. That's what I'm trying to say. You said that, guys. Am I making sense here? I really don't want to sound like because I really want you to know that I don't want to just say things just to make you happy.
What's the
I
ownership?
want to say things because I know that this is coming from my heart.
What's the ownership statement?
My ownership is that the fact that you said that I make you feel this way, that it's all about me. There has to be a reason why. So now I have to go back and reflect
Oh, so you haven't
about.
reflected yet to see it, to see if there's truth to it so you could own it. You acknowledge my feelings about it,
Yeah,
but have you acknowledged, own that maybe it is true?
that's what I said. Yes, I have owned that. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's true. It has to be true because that's what you're feeling. Your feelings are facts, right? They're not
Mhm.
just your feelings, and I should validate that. And so yes, I have been making things all about me. Not all about. That's not true though, because not all about me. It hasn't, babe. Has it been all about me?
Not all the
Not
time.
all the time.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's not make me look like
All right,
I'm
Ruslan. She didn't deny
selfish.
it, but she
Right,
didn't
I didn't
say it
deny
either.
it. So like I agree. I understand. I thank you. I am taking they say women can't take accountability. I am taking accountability because I'm in a relationship with you. And if you're saying that this is making you feel this way, then it's a fact. And I just have to change my approach.
Yeah.
Now we got to go back to the drawing board and talk about how can I be more inclusive, I guess.
Mm. But I
Um
will say this though. I think it's important for us to put this caveat in. Um, just because your partner feels some type of way about certain things, remember feelings are very subjective too. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the truth. So
okay.
at times, in this particular instance, we're not talking about this example, but there are times where it might not necessarily be the truth because
Perspective, right?
perspective and things are skewed. Not everybody feel the same way. People have different way of seeing things, POV, and sometimes we are blinded. Sometimes we are so much in our minds that we're not seeing what the facts are. But like Ann was saying, uh it's owning that I'm making this person feel a certain way, or this person feels a certain way about something, and I'm acknowledging that, I'm respecting that, right? It's not all the time is the truth.
Mhm.
In this case, it is the truth,
Okay, because you got to be right.
and she's taking some accountability for it. But it's important for us to understand that, though. Now, there might be time where it is just that person's feeling about that thing, and that still need to be respected, acknowledged, and be adjusted too, right? Because you don't want to you don't want to be the cause of somebody feeling some type of way about something, whether or not you agree with it or not. If you do agree with it, great, take accountability, really reflect about it. But if
So
not, then
what if
still
I didn't
acknowledge it.
agree with you? How would you handle that?
Um, I think part of the owning of the fact that I'm making you feel this way, it's a start. Because oftentimes what happens is people don't even acknowledge the feeling because they so disagree with what is being presented. So in our case, just the start of the starting point of acknowledging, okay, you feel this way about this is a start, and then it might be up to me to be able to articulate even more, give examples on how that come across. Okay, there's a question on Instagram. I'm sorry, guys.
I have a question. Is it that it's all about you, or that it's usually your ideas or thoughts that guide decision making within the relationship? Is it that he doesn't feel included at all times? Um,
Uh, n- Good question, but I could see that point, but that's not what it is. uh it's not about decision making. It's just more so about needs. We were talking about needs, what my wife needs, what her, because her needs are always changing, right? So that's why we're referring to, not necessarily about decision making. But thank you for the question. I am Phoenix on
But
Instagram.
I can add to that,
Go ahead.
and I'm glad you asked that question as well, because um, for those of you who were here last week, you heard me talk about how um, I'm the only one who always shared my needs because Irvins didn't necessarily have needs. So if I'm the only one sharing them, of course it's probably going to make me look like it's all about me, you know. But I guess in the way that I would share them, because he keeps saying the word demand, I really don't like that word. um but I guess I was demanding, if that's the word he chooses to use, that made him feel like, okay, it's all about me, like, and you got to do this, like, no matter what. So
And
I
it's in the context, and I think that the hard part is was in the context of emotions, right? Romance, psychologically, and all that stuff. So it's not like tangible needs. We're not referring to
Yeah,
tangible
nothing
needs,
tangible.
but more so along the line of emotions and things of that
Hey
nature.
Ella, thanks for joining.
All right.
So like, based on like I said, like, we had a chance to really we didn't get to really watch the live together. I think we should actually do that. But we really got to really ingest and take it all in. One thing that I feel like I want to work on, that I need to work on, um, after last week's live, is being more gracious, having more grace towards my husband, as far as, what's the specific needs that I request, not demand from
Especially
you.
as they keep changing every single week.
Me, bro, not every single week.
No, Pat, no recap. You guys gonna have to go back and watch that live for real, because it's really hard to recap it because it was just so free flowy.
Yeah, it's
So yeah.
just, and the thing is, okay, and like, some little action steps that we took this week, which I'm really proud of us for, babe. I'm
Mm,
really proud. um I feel like we were really a little bit, not really a little, like really a little bit. We were more intentional this week,
yeah.
with our expressions, because, and not only because I was away. I feel like even if I was here, it still would
I'm
have.
ready to give her another ticket to Florida. I need to send her away again, so we can have that absent making the heart fonder thing. No,
um
but really quick, go ahead, baby, finish. I'm
I
sorry.
feel like, excuse me, we've been really just kind of intentional about providing those needs towards one another. um and it's not give and take, but it's almost like a cause and effect kind of
Okay.
thing. The more you do it for me, the more I do it for you. The more, so if one person is very prideful and saying, I'm just not going to do it no matter what, I don't care, you got to go first. Marriage is not tit for tat, y'all. Like, relationships should not be tit for tat. It should not be, you do this, then I
Yeah.
will. No conditional. Like, there can't be like conditions attached to what you do. You know what I mean? Like,
And you'd
you
be
have,
surprised how many relationships are like that.
oh my goodness, oh, you didn't say hi to me, so I'm not saying hi to
Yeah.
you. Oh, you didn't come kiss me, so I'm not gonna come kiss you. Like, that's petty. And I know sometimes we can get there, because sometimes we go there sometimes, when we're upset, when we're you know what I'm saying, like, when we're like, when we want to be like in our
Yeah. Yeah.
feelings.
Yeah.
But you really got to get out of your feelings, because this is us. It is us against everybody else. It's not us against each other, right? And so if we want to make this work, we have to really we got to put our big boy and big girl panties. No, you don't wear panties. Drawers on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to be grown about this.
Pause.
And so it's like, because we were willing to be selfless and do what it is that the other needed,
Uh-huh.
it's so effortlessly happened.
Yeah.
Like, we've been happy this week. Like, we've been like we've been pretty good. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not to say that everything is gone. It's not to say that our issues are gone, right? But it's just showing how we're growing through it. You
Yeah.
know, how we're putting our pride to the side. We're putting our pride down. Like, bro, I didn't know I made you feel that way. I'm so sorry. It really was never my intention. And to say sorry and to say like sometimes it's hard for people to do that,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Now,
sorry is
yeah.
necessary.
And I also think that also the level of vulnerability plays a very big role. Being able to be vulnerable as you are having these conversations, it also goes a very long way because then feelings are being expressed, not anger. Not, I mean, go anger is an emotion, but you're expressing your feelings about it too. So somebody, Ella said, have you ever tried writing a note to each other since? Yeah, we we text each other all the time.
That's
Sometimes,
kind of like our form of breaking the ice,
yeah,
honestly, Ella. Like we will
we could be in the bed
we
right
can
now.
literally be in the bed like right now, and like we've had like a huge argument, and then we're back to back like
Yep.
this, right? And we pick up our phone, and like I'm usually the one to start texting first, but I'll be like, hey.
So we ain't gonna talk about this.
And then we start talking, and then we start talking, and eventually
Put the
we put
phone
the
down,
phone down and we turn.
turn, and then we have makeup sex. That's how
So
it is.
yes, I think when ooh, I think when you can't really express,
Tell
okay,
them what happened.
the computer's about to die, so he has to go get the charger. I think when you can't really verbally express what you're trying to say, writing it down is uninterrupted, and sometimes you can clearly express what you need. Yeah, so we do that a lot.
You gotta find your normal. What works for you guys?
Yeah.
Um,
So okay, so that's one thing I shared. I shared that I'm going to be more gracious.
hmm.
What's yours?
um, I'm also gonna be more intentional in the pre-work because that's one of the things that we were talking about. That was an issue. And the pre-work we're talking about. If you didn't catch it live, we'll give you a quick rundown.
Here you go,
It's some,
Pat.
yeah, it has to do with intimacy, sex, right? And I always say, and it's the truth for when it comes to marriage, sex doesn't start in the bed for
When it
women.
comes to
When it comes to marriage, it starts here. It starts in the mind. So the build up to it, the sweet text messages, the coming around and touching her hair. I don't know how I'm
why are
supposed to.
you rolling your
I
eyes,
don't know how I'm
bro?
supposed to run my finger through her hair. It gets
Do
stuck.
it, do it, do it, babe. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. It's all excuses. Look how easily it's going
You
through.
just got to retie.
Don't
So
put, bro. It doesn't
you just got to
matter.
retie. So your hair is good now. But before my fingers, you get stuck in it, right? So that's what it basically. I'm sorry, guys. Oh man, this happened earlier too. I don't know if it's my allergies. And so that's what it is, guys. So we just wanted to come on today, grabbing the booty. No, that's the thing, Ella. My wife don't like. See, I'm glad you said that. So
It's not that I
my
don't like
idea
it.
of touching is I go for the boobies, I go for the booty, right? That's not. Oh my god, there's some water. Keep talking.
So it's not like sometimes I just want you to hug me. I don't always like I don't always like sexual touches or sexual advances. Like if you if you're gonna come and hug me, just hug me. You don't have to grab my butt all the time. You don't always have to grab my tit. Like you can just hug me or just take my face and kiss me, you know. And so if Irvin's could have his way, he would literally just hold my boobs in his hands all day long.
I love them.
Okay, thank you, but like I don't need stop. But I don't need that all the time because it just is. I don't know. I just don't want it all the time.
I can't stay so long. This is annoying. This happened earlier. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, somebody said, and I'm the same way. I actually get uncomfortable. It's just I just don't want that all the time. Like I just want to. I don't know. It just
So
like
the compromise should be like physical touch. I like to touch boobs.
so you're always gonna touch my boob, bro?
I love them. Sorry, Patrick. I think that's what it was. The pollen is high today. I think that's what it is. This has been happening all day today.
Okay. So okay, so that was my action step, and being more gracious. Your action step is being more attentive.
Attentive
By
touches.
babe, not touches. It is not
No,
always
I
touches
know
though,
attentive touches. I'm not saying sexual
because you've
touches.
been really texting some nice things this week. You know that like I'd be at work and then my was like, okay, that better be your husband. You know what I mean? So
What
like
time was it?
it's why does it matter?
Because I need to know if that was me texting you.
Oh my gosh. But it's that's the intentionality that we're talking about. Like just going the extra mile to put a smile. That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
To put a smile on your
Wait, I can keep
person's
coughing.
face.
I can keep coughing on this live. So,
Ready to go?
wait, give me a second. Keep talking.
Just going the
Let me get
extra
off the live for a
mile. Go
second.
ahead.
I'll be back, guys.
Sorry, guys. Just going the extra mile to make your person really feel, yes, like even an emoji, something as simple as an emoji. And depending on whatever your needs are, like I really encourage you guys to express it. And I encourage you to express it in a way that won't make your person feel like you're demanding things. And you really won't know if it feels like a demand unless you ask. Like I didn't know I was being demanding until he expressed that last week. I thought I was just asking for what I felt like I needed. You know what I'm saying? But I guess the way that I was asking made him feel like it was a demand. And so these conversations can be uncomfortable. I want to warn you, they can be uncomfortable, but they are necessary, right? Because unspoken feelings can turn into, yeah, they fester and they start to build walls, right? And then eventually it can start to build resentment.
Yeah.
And you really don't want that to happen.
What about words of affirmation?
What do you mean? What about them?
Yeah, I think
Because
that.
like initially I did share
Yeah.
that was one of my
Yeah.
needs. And I feel like to an extent it still is, but it's not as high on the list as it was
Is that
before.
physical touch now?
But I kind of want to know what your
It used to be quality
what
time.
your full question is, Stephanie. Yeah. Is it wrong to have emotional expectations? No, it's not. I think it's wrong if you keep those expectations to yourself. Like, I can't expect Irvins to know how I want, how I feel, or how I'm pleased emotionally if I do not express.
And I cannot expect her to be able to express how she feels if I don't create the space for sharing to take place. So it's all cyclical. It's all cyclical.
Oh yeah. So yes, Stephanie, I did prefer words of affirmation very, very strongly at one point in our relationship. And it was probably the biggest need that I had at one point. Yeah. I've graduated from that. And
once you think you mastered it.
And now like I still do prefer them, but not as much as I did before. But yeah, definitely. And like I said, when you have something, like, guys, like, don't hold anything in your heart. If you are in a relationship and you and your partner expresses something to you, don't get so defensive. When if you find, Pastor Ron, I don't think he's on here tonight, but Pastor Ron said that so many people, they get offended by the things that people say. You take offense to so many things that people say when their intention probably wasn't to offend you. Yeah. But you take it as an offense. And what that does is that it builds offense, right? Between you and that person. And now you're kind of caged in and you can't operate the way you feel like in freedom because you're in a cage. Yeah. And so it's important that you don't take offense to what your person is saying, especially when you know the heart of your person.
But it doesn't mean if the person does take offense to it, you don't take the necessary steps to amend. Because oftentimes what can happen too, because we know our intention was pure, We are standing on that.
Mm.
I did not mean that was not my intention to hurt you. Matter of fact, the fact of the matter is, hurt happened. So we still have to adjust to it. It's a cycle, guys. It's
Mm.
very cyclical.
Yeah, like you, and I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Hurt does happen because you can't control whether you're hurt or not, right?
Yeah.
But I think you can control whether you're offended or not. You don't think so?
Mm-mm. You can control if you're offensive to somebody because that person's feelings is their feelings.
No, what I mean is like a hurt. A hurt is how I feel after you've said what you said.
Okay.
Offense is how I view you for saying what you said. Right? Like
In that
I can,
in that definition, I see what you're saying. I don't know if I would call it offense though. I think it's still like POV, point of view.
because in a
Uh,
right, because offense means I get offended
it's a
if
feeling.
you what you said, I feel like there was a different spirit behind it.
Mm-hmm.
But a hurt is just, oh, something hurt me. Am I making any sense here?
I get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
I don't think that's a word though. I think the what it's not offense.
Because I feel
I
like
think
you can't.
it's more leaning towards intention because I should know you. I should know what your intentions are.
And so because I know what your intentions are, I can't be offended. I can still be hurt, but I shouldn't be offended because I know it wasn't to hurt me or it wasn't to.
Somebody says sounds like you're saying we have control of not taking it personal.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean. So is that the same as offense? Offense, not
I
taking it
don't.
personal,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Thank you for clarifying that. I'm Phoenix.
I'm Phoenix is on tonight on IG. You're the IG
Yeah.
streamer of the day of the night.
Because like I'm not gonna take it personal because I know that you want what's best for me. If you don't know the intention behind the person that you're with, that's a problem.
Don't take it personal.
Right,
I
babe? If
just
you
wanna be
don't
your
know
what's that?
what song you singing?
I just wanna be all alone, but you think I treat you wrong, Monica. Don't take it personal. I
Oh.
think it's kind of like connected to that. But but it's still hard to tell somebody not to take it personal, not to be offended, not to be hurt. We just have
Yeah.
to acknowledge it. Which I think there's degrees to it.
There's
Being
levels to this.
offended, taking it personal, and being hurt. There's the levels to it.
But
But
I think that's a
regardless of
really
yeah,
good topic to
that's a
really
topic
delve
right there.
into. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
The delivery of the expression has to be gentle as
that's
well.
right.
I
That's
agree
right.
with that.
That's right.
When especially if you know that your person is, they get hurt easily, like they're very sensitive, you really want to kind of be mindful as to how you're expressing what you're expressing.
But it's not the same as working on eggshell. It's like it's got it is not a perfect science.
Yeah.
It's trial and error because at the same time, just because the person is they get hurt easily, also don't want to walk on eggshell, right?
Yeah.
So it's fighting that balance. There's a lot that goes into this. Yeah.
Millie said, the way it's said can also cause you to take things personally.
Mm-hmm.
I know someone who waits until an argument to say what they feel and it comes out mean. I get offended every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think a conversation needs to be had with that person. Hopefully it has. Because I think that's someone that you feel like you got to walk on eggshells around. And if that's someone that you're in a relationship with, there definitely needs to be a conversation when things are kind of even keel, when it's like,
Yeah.
nice and calm,
And that's
where you say,
yeah.
this is what I feel when you do this.
And that's where most people go wrong. Most couples go wrong. You're not having conversation about hot topics when things are cool.
Yeah, you're doing it when it's hot.
We wait for it when it's
and
hot.
It makes it hotter.
It comes across really, really, really crazy.
Mm.
So we need to be able to have these hot topic conversation when things are cool.
Yeah.
Tone is very important, Stephanie. Absolutely.
I think tone is everything.
Tone
It's
is everything.
my dad used to always say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, right? Because I could say the most it could be offensive depending on how I say it.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be the same exact words.
Yeah.
But the way I say it comes off as reassuring and encouraging, as opposed to tearing down.
Like today, I put one of my students in timeout from recess because he didn't do something. He did so he was playing with a football and he kicked the football and he hit a girl in the nose, right? And then all the kids are coming at him. You did it. He felt some type of, he was his intention wasn't to hurt her, and he was apologetic. But the fact that the other kids started to go at him, then he started to blow. It started cursing the kids out. I'm like, go sit down over there. I screamed at him to go sit down, not because he was wrong, but now it's escalated to another level that wasn't necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And after the fact, I had to have a conversation with him, like, yo, this is why I had to have you sit down, because not what you're expressing is, there's nothing wrong with it, but now you start to get disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the part that we have to address. So make sure in communicating your needs, your feelings, it doesn't cross the threshold of being disrespectful.
Yeah.
And that's when all hell breaks loose.
I like what Ella said. She said, I think men have a problem when it comes to hearing what their wife says about them when it comes to intimacy, even with her saying it with a soft voice. So I have an example, and I want to ask you a question about that. So earlier in our relationship, we...
About our honeymoon?
Was it just? It was even
started,
at the honeymoon.
It started on the honeymoon.
It started at the honeymoon.
Yeah.
We were not really experienced together when we got married. We, for the most part, we didn't have sex before we got married. We dibbled and dabbled, and
just a tip,
and very. We dibbled and dabbled, but we did not have sex, right? And so once the honeymoon came around, I was like, yeah, he thought he was good. I went to the balcony. I was like, Jesus, that can't be it.
Don't tell me that part. Damn, bro. You're just putting me out on live, fam.
No, come on, man. This is 18 years ago. And so, so we had to have a conversation, but we didn't have it directly at the honeymoon. I don't think. I think it was. We started, kind of hinted. So now my question to you is: was that conversation? Was that conversation uncomfortable for you? No.
It wasn't uncomfortable because I didn't let it be a pride thing. Because I think even at that moment, at that time, so early in our marriage, intimacy and sex had to be something that we both are enjoying, right? So I can't just keep thinking I'm killing it, and then, like, oh gosh, this is not it. So I'm sure you probably were nervous to bring it up.
Of course,
but I was cool. A lot of men are that.
They're chauvinistic and macho.
Like,
they can't.
You heard, you're trying to say I'm not good in bed. No, the person's just telling you what they like.
Yeah.
Right.
And furthermore, like, even so now I want to kind of fast forward to a little bit further, where we were talking about, the Nisha Sankashi thing.
Yeah.
So like we got into another little sexual thing where I was like, okay.
He said Nisha Sankashi.
That's what we said at the retreat.
Do you know what that means, Nisha Sankashi? Put a comment put a comment if you know what Nisha Sankashi means. What is Nisha Sankashi?
So
sorry for my non-Americans, for my non-Haitians.
So we were
I wonder if we know what.
Oh gosh.
What is Nisha Sankashi?
Lord. I said it to you. I didn't want it, like, it didn't have to be. Somebody said wow. Guys, quickly answer that question for him.
Sauce.
Wow. Okay, yeah. Quickly put it.
Dry.
See, they don't really want to get it dry.
Nisha Sankashi. Nisha.
Oh my God, my brother's still
Sankashi.
It's so with this. What are you guys saying? They don't even know. All right, let me just say it. So it is an uncomfortable conversation, meaning that y'all probably make love but not sex. Okay, so that's not it.
Oh my God.
All right. So
I think Sylvie just got
you're
it.
getting it. So so there's this. Gosh, I really didn't want to go here. Urban's caused me to, because I got to now explain it to you guys.
We're podcasting tonight.
We're podcasting. Okay, so there was a point in time where he would okay, she's so confused. Okay. So there was a point in time where, okay, let's talk about oral sex, okay? This is very uncomfortable with me. But we would, he would do it. And so I can't even talk about it. And then yeah, and so like in doing it, like, I'm already wet. I don't need you to spit. So I would
She didn't like the
say,
spit part.
yeah, I didn't like the spit part. And I'm like, okay, why are you doing that? Stop. Like, and so it was an uncomfortable conversation because I feel like
So now you got it.
no,
Thank
so
you.
no, I did get moist. I didn't need him to make me even more moist. So like I was like, okay, I don't need you to do that. And so like the conversation was uncomfortable because it was just like, okay, I don't want to hurt him or make him feel like, I don't like it. I don't like it, but I don't want to make him feel like he's not the man, right? So I had to come across and say it in a way that was like, babe, I love that you love to do this, but I don't like that.
Yeah.
Can you please not do this? And so I
And
want to
right
know,
now,
like, how.
now right now, it's trying to just niche and suse. Niche and suse.
Oh, my reference, don't say it again. It's just very vulgar. It's very, very explicit, honey.
If you're not Haitian, ask for a Haitian person how to translate that.
Oh my
Show them the
God.
live and ask them, hey, what does sushi?
Oh my God, is my mom on here tonight?
Sushi. What's that to say?
My mom is always watching.
And God is always watching.
Then are you here?
Niche suse.
So now, no. So okay, let's kind of tone it down a little bit. My question to you, once again, is based off of what was it, Stephanie's question, or was it Ella's? How did that make you feel like? Because I really want you to be honest. Like, did it make you feel like you were not the man? Like,
no.
Okay.
I haven't had honest to God, hand to my heart. We haven't had any intimacy conversation in terms of what we do in the bedroom, about what my wife likes or don't like, that has ever offended me in 18 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Because at the end of the day, it's both people. It's easier for us men to get pleased.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
It's easier for us to be pleased. We go in there, we do our work, explode, and we're good. So I'm not that selfish lover to say it's all about me, because what you're expressing is for you to get what you need out of it.
I love that.
And then, and I'm not just saying that, I really mean it. There haven't been one intimacy conversation in terms of what I do. And I think that's what also where sometimes too much experience with sex could be a problem in your current relationship, because the things you used to do with that person, those other people that you've been with, you liked it, or they did it to you. You think your current person is gonna feel the same way, or want it the same way, and that's not necessarily gonna be the case, right? So, it's a partnership. Sex is something that needs to be enjoyed by both, right? And these are it's not it's some people make it individual an individual act, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, right? And so that's what it is. I do find myself thinking about baseball, counting in my head.
Why?
So I give her some time to get to where she needs to be. I can't, if I'm just so much in the moment, I'm gonna do my thing and just bow, and then she looking at me like, man, finish me off. Yes, she does say that. So I'm thinking about baseball. I'm thinking about my Miami Heat, how they're losing in the playoff. Now I'm dead serious. Sometimes I intentionally take my mind off of the moment just so it could last longer, so she could get hers. So it's real. That's what it is.
It's real.
It's real. So fellas, if you are here, no, my guys, fellas, if you are here, don't be offended if she says she doesn't like something or do this better. It's not a knock on your manhood. It's really not.
Because we know our bodies.
It's really not.
We know our bodies, right? Like, I know what makes me feel good. Like, you may think that you but if I tell you no, that's not it, don't continue to do that, because out of your ego, right? You're just going to make things worse. Like, you really want to be attentive to her needs.
That's exactly what it is, Ruthlin. Yeah.
Distracting himself to please me.
I'd be like 1, 2, 3. We're gonna get to like 500 pumps tonight. So I'm counting to my 500, and then while I'm counting to my 500,
Lord,
I might reach 3. I ain't gonna sit here and allow myself. I might reach 3,
I'll be like,
right?
okay,
And then
we're
some.
done. Okay, that's it. All right.
And if she finish me off, all right, let's go. Let's finish. It
Oh,
is what it is,
God.
man.
That's real.
Oh
Oh
man.
man, but that's reality. It's just
How did we get
communication. I
here?
don't know.
How did we get here?
We know our bodies in the moment because what we need one day will vary from the next, right? Right, because it could be like what I want today. I want you to stay here a little
Yeah.
longer. So, and I even remember like I even
That
remember
was not the topic today.
it wasn't, but I even remember no, because I think this is so important. It's communication on all levels. I remember even in the act, like I remember I was telling Irvins about something that I wanted him to do. Or explore, and I told him about it first, but then when we started to have sex, I was like, okay, in the actual moment I was guiding him and saying, okay, go here, all right, stay there, all right, right there, like and I was like a tour guide because he was exploring my body, right? And that's what it is. Like it wasn't like, bro, you don't know what you're doing. No, it was like,
See,
bro.
I think that's important. You have never made me feel that way too.
Okay.
So are we? What's up, Ish?
What are we talking about? Okay.
So again, ladies, be careful how you say
Oh
it.
Lord, sorry, Ruthie.
That's what I was laughing about.
Yeah.
We didn't mean to go here. Like
It wasn't supposed to go here.
But
You
here we
brought
are.
it here.
Here we are. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's just being expressive, and we were just talking about needs, right? And how you have to share your needs and create that space for your partner to share, no matter what the needs are, y'all. Like it will be uncomfortable at times. It will be uncomfortable, but it's so necessary, right? We are in this together. We're trying to make this.
I'm super thankful that that's not an area where we really have issues in terms of those conversations.
Yeah.
Right. And even as a man, sometimes I ask in, we just telling all our business tonight. I ask in, was it long enough for you? Like sometimes in my mind, I'm really wondering because as guys, we tend to go first. I'm not the dude's gonna say we're going 30 minutes, 45 minutes all night long.
I don't need 30
like,
minutes either.
I married a Jim who don't need all that stuff. But there was a time, even one time I was like, "Yo, babe, are you sure you're good with the time range? I'd be willing to take a supplement if we need to."
Yeah,
she was like, "Nope, don't do that." And she's like, she cared more about my health than putting some stuff in my body that's gonna mess me up. But we create that space. We might have other things we don't talk about all the time. But we still working on the romanticism thing. But when it comes to intimacy, we really are open to have that conversation because it's a team sport. It's like, right? It's a team sport.
Team sport.
It's a team sport.
That's nice, babe. It's a team sport. It is.
Anderson say 500 or bust. Hey, listen, sometimes I don't even reach that goal, that measurable of 500. I set smart goals. They're specific.
Just give me two.
They're measurable. They're adaptable. They're realistic and they're time sensitive. I set smart goals. I shoot for 500. If I get to 350, I'm good. And if my wife ain't good, finish her off. How did we get here?
How did we get here?
This conversation.
Y'all.
I hope it's helping somebody though.
This is the bounce back though. This is our bounce back. This is from last week.
Where do we go from here?
We are committed to oh gosh, thank you.
Smart. You know how it is, and you know what it is. Smart goals.
Thank you for not making this topic taboo. It's been so like, guys. I even said, "Babe, is vulgar." Like even to me talking about
somebody
it,
said
right?
It's not vulgar.
I know somebody said it's not vulgar, and I appreciate you for saying that because sometimes I don't ever want to come off as being too sherry. Like I don't want people to ever get offended by how much we share.
Yeah.
And if you ever feel that way, you can DM us on the side and we have a conversation with you. But like, I don't ever want anyone to feel like we're oversharing.
No. Yeah, we are.
I don't ever want people to feel like we're oversharing to the point of it making them uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And so that's
Or
why,
tempted.
or
Or tempted
tempted.
because you might be single and
Yeah.
then yeah.
And that's why
Wow.
I kind of wanted to kind of hold back. But okay, thank you for sharing what you said.
This is beautiful. Thank you, Sylvie.
Last week was such a beautiful, vulnerable conversation. I sent it to my married clients to watch.
Sylvie, do me a favor, send me your address because I'm going to send you a bill.
So stupid.
You're going to get a bill.
No, we appreciate that, Sylvie. I think comments like that make us kind of reaffirms our why. Reaffirms our why. Thank you so much, guys. Si on moun pas content, yo me quitte live là.
Wow. Is this your first time?
If more couples, ministries, or couples talked about things in this way with transparency, we would save a lot of marriages.
I have a lot of my friends who they be watching, they don't come. I'm not sure if this is their first time. My bro Ish, shout out to my boy Ish, man. Ishmael Hall. Oh wow. Tune in next time, bro. Let it not be your last.
Thanks for sharing, Ish. They watch ungodly podcasts, so this is great. A woman said she took on the starting line for the Suns team. What does that mean? You guys aren't oversharing at all. We appreciate your vulnerability. What is that first part?
The Suns team is the Phoenix Suns. I'm trying to make the connection.
All right, Ishmael, shame on you.
Put him on blast. Put him on blast.
Shame on you, Ishmael. He's been sending you these lives for months, and this is your first time coming on. No, it's okay. Thanks for finally joining us.
Make this be the first time of your every Wednesday. No, but it's cool though.
Yeah. No, you're right, guys. We want to like I said, if it ever becomes uncomfortable for you, please do share that. But we just want to share from a place of transparency just to help. I feel like sometimes you can learn from your own lessons, but it's better to learn from other people's lessons. Yes.
What?
I can't speak Creole, but she blessed the whole team. Oh, she blessed the whole team and admitted it. She just was like, they probably ran the train or something. But yeah, guys, that's really right. That's really our. Let's see.
Thank you for always being vulnerable.
We know it's not an easy platform to have.
It's really not, guys.
And I feel like that's why Urban is always apologizing for us. And I'm like,
you
apologize for us, babe. Like I really don't feel like we need to. I don't feel like I don't feel like you need to apologize for us because we're literally sharing from our heart and our experiences. And so sometimes it may come off as sharing too much to you, and that's why you feel like you have to apologize. Like even at the beginning of the live, like you said, the way I was sharing made it seem like we are about to break up or something like that. No, I don't think that's what it was.
Gotcha.
But oh, guys,
next week.
It may be uncomfortable. That's what's going to push us to change our ways.
That's right. So we're going to wrap up the live tonight. Next week, we need you guys to tune in. We have some very, very special announcements, some very special reveals that we're going to do next week. You definitely want to be in the building. We want to let you guys know where we're going this next quarter. We love Talks with the Garcons. And we need you all.
I'm sorry I had to do that.
Yeah, my beard is dentrophy. We need you guys to be here with us to take part of the special announcement that we have coming up next week. If this is your first time here, Ish, what's up? Everybody else, make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms. Do go ahead and like this page as you're watching it from our Love Talks page on Facebook. We are streaming from there. We are streaming from our YouTube page. Before you log off, just make sure you hit the subscribe or follow or like buttons. Same thing for the Instagram and wherever you're watching from. And we'll continue to take the responsibility for this platform and do what we got to do. It's a mandate that we've been given, and we take it super, super seriously. So keep on with us on the journey. Next week, be here. You want to be here next week for
Or
what's going to
be
be revealed.
square.
All right. You're welcome, bro. You're welcome. Thank
Love you
you
guys. Thank you so much for
for
joining
being.
us tonight and for always rocking with us, for sharing the lives, and for those of you who come and you just like really there's one more thing I wanted
Go
to
ahead,
say.
baby.
Can I?
Yeah.
I want to thank Sylvie publicly. Thank you so much for reaching out.
Tomorrow.
And Tamar's not here on tonight.
Yeah.
But there's a very great piece of advice that she gave us that I feel like we can share. I don't think I shared it with you.
Nah, she ain't sent it to me because
Okay.
she's team N.
She said about maybe recreating our bedroom to make it more conducive for us time. Right now it's just not the only place where we can do it, but like if we have if we kind of redo it, because like kind of like when you said the living room has become it's not even a living room to you, the dining room, it's not even a dining room to you anymore because it's kind of turned into my office. Like maybe there are spaces in the house that remind us of certain things that can cause a trigger, but if we kind of recreate our room into a more sexy time type of place.
It's an urban team Garcon.
Love you, Sil. Thank you so much for that. I'm definitely taking that into consideration, and I might bring you guys along with me and help me recreate it. Then that'd be so fun. All right, guys. I think we're doing too
Start
much.
canceling rehearsals, bro. But good. Yeah, whenever you're free on Wednesdays, pull up on us, bro.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
But y'all, thank
Hit
you
the
once
notification
again for
bell.
joining. We love you guys. Have a great night. We will see you guys. Remember, come with a friend next week. All right.
Pause.
What?
Come with a friend.
No.
Okay. No pause. Sorry, guys.
No TV in the bedroom.
That's a hard one. I think it's feasible.
That's hard, but it's definitely doable.
But and be watching a lot of church, and I watch a lot of Marvel stuff. So. All right, y'all. We out of here.
Oh,
Thank
God,
you.
love you
Next
guys.
week, Wednesday, please be here. Very, very important. I have a lot of things to reveal to you guys next week, Wednesday.
Yeah.
So be up in here, all right?
Bye, guys.
Appreciate y'all.
Come with a friend.
You're my friend. Can I come with you?
Oh, God.
Good night. I'm about to go come with my friend.
I'm not your friend, boo.